Hello everyone, welcome to our channel Ray, a hope of light. This is your Ashking and I am a psychologist. Before starting today's video, I would like you to go through a famous quote by Albert Einstein. I would all draw your attention to this quote that everybody is a genius. But if you judge a fish by its ability to climb a tree, it will live its whole life believing that it is a stupid. Okay, I hope the content is very clear over there in his quote. Most of us, what we do is we try to gauge the skill of our child, or you try to assess the skill of your child by having a standardized or already a traditional method of assessing or teaching it, and we don't want to explore something out of that, and whichever comes in that small circle is what we assess and gauge. But that's not the actual thing. Each individual has their own unique way of looking into things. If you see, each of us perceive the world around us in a very different way, and each of us have a different understanding of our own world. Okay, like for example, the way I see the world is different from how you see it. The way how I see this video is different from how you see it. So it all differs according to each and every one of us, and each and every one of us are good at something and not good at something, or something we are very good at or excel at. Okay, so it's always very important that are we using a right method to teach the child and right method to assess the child. So this is all about today's video. So let's look into this video, and this video is all about how to teach your child. So how do I teach my child? So in the previous video I have actually shared many of the techniques, strategies and all that, but what is the best method to teach my child? So how should I teach him? What is the procedure? What kind of materials am I supposed to use? So here comes the answer for those questions. So the concept of learning style would answer all these questions. How, when, how, where, why, all these questions would be answered in this video. So before I get into this how, why and where, let me tell you what is learning style is all about. So learning style is all about preferred way of learning. Okay, each of us have a unique way of understanding a world. So as the same way, each of us have an individual way of learning things. So I love to learn things by this way, and you like to learn things in the other way. So each of us have our own preferred way of it. And what is the best point about learning things in your preferred way? So when you are trying to learn things in your preferred way, that makes the whole process of learning an enjoyable one and the hassle-free one. So that's all about learning style. So when I say about learning style, so there are different types of learning style that I'm going to address in this video, and there are different concepts and theories that have been put up by educational theorists in this area. In this video I'm just going to focus on VAK model, that is 3 style of learning preferences, and let's look into those 3 style preferences. One is visual learner, VAK, A for auditory, and K for kinesthetic. So these are the 3 types of learning style preferences that I'm going to talk in today's video. So let's look into that. Let's look into each of that in a detailed way. First one is visual learner. So I think the word itself is very clear, visual learners. So visual, seeing is what is being focused more here. So these type of learners, when we say that, they like to take things, informations primarily by seeing it. So either they love to see things, or they try to imagine those things mentally, or imagining techniques would happen in that, and they try to imagine this is how it's gonna look like, and this is how it is, and all that, and then they'll try to take information, observe those information. And these learners are usually imaginative, and they can easily complicate any kind of complex pictures or images or ideas without even having any references. And they just love the art, aesthetics and any kind of written work. They would be really good at spelling, and they love to take notes whenever a concept is being taught or something is being told to them. They'll just love to write it down and then remember better. So these people know they write, only when they write they remember things better. And they love to color coordinate, mind mapping, flashcards, flow charts. All these methods would something that interests them. But these kids usually usually get distracted by some kind of visual stimulus. So when I say about visual stimulus, if for example if the child has been seated next to a window, if there is a person who's passing by, or if there is something which is a pop-up that comes on a computer screen, or if there is somebody who's just talking on the veranda, or they're just passing around the veranda, or the trees are moving very fast and or very wavy or something, these things take their attention, draw their attention very much faster if there is no movement or something visually pleasant is happening in the classroom. So that's about visual learners. And the second area is about auditory learning style. So as the video says and as the word says, auditory, it is all about processing information by hearing it. So they love verbal informations. They like to hear instructions in a verbal way and they love to follow them. They are very much keen on the voice tone, rhythm, pitch and all those. They like to process information by talking about it. So they would like to join for an oral presentation, they would like to deliver a lecture, or they just love to listen to a lecture or a group discussion and all that. And all that makes them more interesting to learn. And these kids are usually distracted by some kind of auditory stimulus such as background noise and all that. And there is also one more thing, if at all they are being supported by some kind of mild music, they just love to be concentrated on the task that is given. But if the music is a little louder, or if there is any other loud noises or background noises or something is being spoken to, they get distracted very easily. And the third method or the third learning style preference is kinesthetic learning. So here these learners observe information mainly through movement. So any kind of physical movement it has been involved, they love to learn things through it. So these are kids who are very good at arts, sports especially, and any kind of performing arts, like for example dance, aerobics and all kind of gymnastics, any kind of movement related activities. And they would be really good at hands-on problem solving. They love to solve problems, they like to solve puzzles. They would be very much interested in solving any kind of any kind of board games and all that. They love to be a part of it, and they like to be a part of lab experiments. They love to learn through experiments and all that. They love drawing or doodling effect, and they would be really excellent in construction kind of activities or cooking activities or anything that is related to building, engineering, something manipulatives and all that. But again, these kids might be little restless or fidgety in the classroom because they always have a sensation to touch. They love to touch and explore the objects. They love to use manipulatives to learn the concept better in their own way. So that is the most important area that has been related to the kinesthetic learners. So as I was talking, so I just spoke about three types of learning styles, which is visual, auditory and kinesthetic. So all these three learning style preferences are based on a VAK method of theory, learning style theory. And there has been new one that has been added, that is reading or writing has also been added to it, which makes it 4, which is a VAK model. So I'm not talking about that model, but this model is all about VAK. So to identify what is your learning style, you can look for some of the observations, which one you like, which one you prefer, which one your child prefers and all that. And there is also a learning style test that has been uploaded in our channel. I'm going to share that in the description box and as well as in the comment box. You can check out those videos to identify what is your learning style or what is your child's learning style, to incorporate those learning style in your teaching method to make it more easy and enjoyable one. So thanks for watching this video. Please like, share and subscribe our channel. Spread the race. In this video, I'm going to